He was 45. He ran 5 miles every single morning before the sun even hit the pavement. Kale smoothies? Check. Zero sugar? Absolutely. Then, while tying his shoelaces, his world went pitch black. Gone. Just like that. You see it in the news constantly, right? The marathon runner who collapses at the finish line. The vegan yoga instructor who suffers a massive stroke at 32. It feels like a glitch in the matrix. We're told that if we check the boxes, we're safe. We're told that fitness is a suit of armor. But here is the terrifying truth. Your gym membership is not a bulletproof vest. There is a hidden, invisible ticking clock inside your chest that your standard doctor isn't even looking at. I am going to reveal the one metric that matters more than your mile time. Here's the thing. Your heart does not care how many pull-ups you can do if your internal chemistry is a literal dumpster fire. We have been lied to for decades. We were told that fat is the enemy, that cholesterol is the boogeyman, and that as long as we look good in the mirror, we are winning the game of life. Actually, forget everything I just said. Looking fit is often the ultimate camouflage for a body that is rotting from the inside out. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, I'm active, my blood pressure is fine, I'm safe. But it gets worse. Standard blood tests are basically useless at catching the specific type of plaque that causes sudden cardiac death in athletes. This is the thin on the outside, fat on the inside phenomenon, and it is absolute nightmare fuel. Let's talk about the silent fire, inflammation. Think of your arteries like a high-end Teflon frying pan. In a healthy body, blood slides through effortlessly, smooth, fast, perfect. But when you are chronically stressed, or eating healthy processed bars, or skipping sleep to hit the gym, you are basically taking a metal fork to that Teflon. You are scratching the surface. You are creating jagged edges. Once those scratches appear, your body tries to fix them using cholesterol as a sort of biological duct tape. This is where the trap is set. It isn't the cholesterol that's the problem. It's the damage to the pipe. You can have perfect cholesterol numbers and still have arteries that look like a rusted-out plumbing system from the 1800s. This is why senior logic dictates we look deeper than the surface. Wait, there is a specific molecule you've probably never heard of. It's called lipoprotein A. Most doctors don't even test for it because there isn't a high-priced pill to fix it yet. It is purely genetic. It's like a sticky, jagged little burr that travels through your blood, looking for any tiny scratch in your arteries to latch onto. If you have high levels of this, you could be the most disciplined athlete on the planet and still be at massive risk. It's unfair. It's scary. But ignoring it is like driving a car with a frayed timing belt and hoping for the best because the paint job looks shiny. You need to know your numbers, but not the numbers they give you at a standard physical. We are talking about advanced lipid panels that actually measure the particle count, not just the weight. I shouldn't even be telling you this because it goes against every piece of mainstream advice, but over-exercising is actually killing people. Yes, you heard me right. There is a U-shaped curve for heart health. When you push your body to the absolute limit every single day, you are flooding your system with cortisol and adrenaline. Your heart is a muscle, and just like any other muscle, it can get scarred. It's called myocardial fibrosis. Professional endurance athletes often have hearts that are thick, scarred, and prone to electrical glitches. They are too fit for their own good. Their hearts are literally working themselves to death while they think they're achieving peak health. The irony is thick enough to choke on. You need rest just as much as you need the sweat, maybe even more. Have you ever noticed how some people can eat nothing but bacon and live to 100, while the guy eating salads drops at 50? It's because the heart is not just a pump, it is an emotional organ. We focus so much on the fuel that we forget the electricity. Chronic low-level hustle culture stress is more corrosive to your arteries than a cheeseburger. When you are constantly in fight or flight mode, your blood thickens, your arteries constrict. You're basically trying to force sludge through a straw. You can drink all the green juice you want, but if your mind is a chaotic mess of deadlines and anxiety, your heart is feeling every single hit. This is the missing piece of the puzzle that no one talks about because you can't sell a supplement for peace of mind. But wait, it gets even more complicated. Let's talk about the great calcium lie. We're told to take calcium for our bones, right? Well, if that calcium doesn't have a GPS system to tell it where to go, it doesn't end up in your bones. It ends up in your heart. It hardens your arteries into literal stone. This is why you see healthy people with high calcium scores. They are literally petrifying from the inside. The secret GPS is vitamin K2. Without it, your heart is a magnet for minerals that don't belong there. It's a simple fix, but almost nobody is doing it. Are you starting to see the pattern? Everything we thought was common sense is actually a half-truth that is leaving people vulnerable when they feel the safest. Here's the mid-roll twist you didn't see coming. Your gut health is actually the gatekeeper of your heart. There is a compound called TMAO that gets produced by your gut bacteria when they break down certain proteins. If your gut biome is out of whack, your TMAO levels skyrocket. And this stuff acts like a catalyst for arterial clogging. You could be eating the perfect diet, but if your microbiome is a wasteland, you are still producing internal toxins that are actively destroying your cardiovascular system. It's all connected: the heart, the gut, the brain. You can't fix one by ignoring the others. It's a holistic machine, and we've been trying to repair it with a sledgehammer instead of a scalpel. You have to start thinking about the ecosystem, not just the pump. I know what you're thinking. This sounds hopeless. If even the healthy people are at risk, what chance do the rest of us have? Here is the good news. Once you stop looking at the wrong markers, you can actually start protecting yourself. Forget the scale. Forget the BMI. Focus on your fasting insulin levels. Focus on your C-reactive protein. These are the true indicators of whether your internal environment is a calm lake or a raging storm. If you can keep your inflammation low and your insulin sensitive, you are already ahead of 90% of the population. It's about being smart, not just being fast. It's about seeing your logic, using wisdom to outpace the raw intensity that burns people out. You don't need more grit, you need a better map of the terrain.
Actually, let's talk about the one thing you can do tonight. Sleep. Not the "I'll sleep when I'm dead" kind of sleep. Real, deep, restorative rest. When you sleep, your heart rate drops, your blood pressure stabilizes, and your body goes into repair mode. If you are cutting sleep to hit the gym at 5 a.m., you are making a deal with the devil. You are trading long-term structural integrity for a short-term muscle pump. It is the worst trade-off in human biology. Your heart needs those hours of silence to clear out the metabolic waste. Without it, the plaque builds up faster than you can ever burn it off. It's the ultimate free biohack that everyone ignores because it isn't flashy. Sleep is the foundation of the entire pyramid. So, here is the secret you've been waiting for. The reason healthy people have heart attacks is usually a combination of hidden genetics, chronic inflammation disguised as hustle, and a total lack of the right micronutrients to manage calcium. It's not a mystery once you look at the right data. You have the power to change the narrative. Don't just be a fit person who is a ticking time bomb. Be a truly healthy person who understands the nuance of their own biology. Subscribe only if you're ready to stop following the herd and start using the logic that actually saves lives. The truth is out there, but it's buried under layers of bad advice. Now you know where to look. The question is,
Will you listen to your heart before it's too late?